Welcome, welcome everybody. This is Lorette and this is the Learning Tube. Now this week we are going to have an open Q&A session. So today is just an open Q&A session and you are going to ask us any questions that you have. It's myself and Ava is on as well and we'll be able to get those questions answered for you. In the meantime, hey Ava, are you there?
Hey, Lorette. Yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone.
All right, so Ava has the Learning Tube Facebook group open on her page. And a few people always ask us, where do we find the replays to the Learning Tube? So there are two places that you can find them for those of you that don't know or are new. One is in the Facebook group, and you can see, if Ava, if you could scroll down and just see maybe last week's, but you'll see that Ava posts them inside of the Facebook group, which is the easiest way to find them. I think, is your screen frozen?
Yes, it was. Sorry about that. So this is last week's session.
Still not moving?
Sorry, see, is it unfrozen? Oh, okay, yes. I clicked it and it didn't come up. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yep, so you can
So
see
here we
right
have last
there.
week's session.
Yeah, that's last week's session. So that one was called Finish Strong. So that was the one teaching you how to finish the year out strong. And you can see it's posted there. And we usually make sure, I think the last one we didn't, but then we added it. But to always make sure that we put the links. If we talk about different links in the session, we will put that in there as well. And you can see, I will always put reminders. So you can see there's one, the last one we did was on outsourcing. We had a worksheet with it. So this is one of the ways that you can get the replays. The other place to get the replays is on the website. So if you just go to thelearningtube.com and you scroll down to the bottom, you will see a button that says replay page. Okay, so when you click on that, you will see the different ones that you can watch. Now we do have some that are limited time, like there's a deadline, and if they do have the deadline, then we actually remove it from the replay page so you wouldn't see it there. So sometimes people ask us, where's this particular one? It may have expired, so that's why it is not there. All right, let's see. And we also have Coach April on as well. I'm trying to upgrade.
She's on her phone, so.
Oh, she's on her phone, correct, you're right. Okay. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any questions on that? No. Okay, so let's go ahead. Do you want to answer Lynette's question, Ava, or do you want me to get that?
All right, let me check it out. So what's that? No. Okay, so how do I get started with Fiverr? And where do I find the transcription program that allows me to get started with transcribing, proofreading, and such? So first of all, getting started with Fiverr, you would first of all create your profile by going to fiverr.com for those who are interested in that particular platform. So you go to fiverr.com and go through the necessary setup stages. So there's a sign up area. Let me just go to the sign. Well, it's actually join, and you have several ways to join, either with your Facebook info, your Google info, or your Apple info. But I would recommend putting in your email that you have access to, and then clicking continue and following all the necessary instructions, because this allows you to actually create your own username, and you want the freedom to be creating this, because Fiverr isn't like a social media platform where you can be changing your username. So you want to have a username that you're okay with representing your business. Lynette, let us know what program you're in so I can direct you better for the other question that you had asked. Let us know what program you're in, because the Learning Tube has a host of persons that we have in different programs. So I just want to make sure that we're answering your question correctly, and maybe we can answer that part in the chat area.
Yes. Okay. All right. And Fiverr is just one of the different platforms that you can get started on with your freelancing career. Another one is Upwork. And with both of these, we do have in our freelancing training, we do teach you how to get started on both of those. So do let us know what program you're in, Lynette, or if you're not in any program yet, let us know as well. Ken, we use POD, Printfinity? We do not, Ken. Is that something that you use? Let us know. Denise, okay, so you've requested, Denise, I believe you're in DMA program, but Ava, if you could check that out later to just make sure that Denise is added into the transcription group. Okay. Ken, we actually are currently not using a print-on-demand program, but Printfinity we have heard of. Ava, can you just go to Printfinity, just if you can pull it up, just so Printfinity. And you do use it, Ken, and you like it?
Is this how you spell it?
I guess, yes. Printfinity. That's Moo. Is it just Printfinity?
Let me check.
.com.
All right, let's see. Nope.
Oh, huh. All right. Do you know the URL? Oh no, Printify. Sorry, Printify.
Oh, it's Printify. Okay.
I need my glasses. That doesn't even look like Printfinity. I don't know what I was thinking. Printify. All right. Create and sell custom products. Okay. So that looks pretty neat there. So Ken says this is something that he uses, and he has products on here. Does anybody else use this? Just out of curiosity? But this is a great way to create and sell custom products. So if you're interested in that, this is something that Ken uses. Printify. All right. Okay, so all right, good. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick because this is a question. Let's see, how do I turn it over to me? All right. This is a question that people were asking me last week, I think it was. So I just thought I was going to share it. This is, I don't know how to, Zapier, Zapier, I'm assuming how you say it. So has anybody used Zapier before? Are you familiar with this tool? Anybody? Let's see. So it's something that we use a lot, and somebody was asking me about it. So I thought I would share it with the group. So this is called Zapier, and it's a way, and you can use this tool to create something called Zaps. It basically automates different things, different workflows in your business. So I just want to show you, like we have the professional plan. We have 37 Zaps out of 50 in this plan. These are the amount of tasks that have fired. But let me just show you some examples so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's basically ways that you can automate things. These are some of the Zaps that we have, that we set up. So we've automated over 1,500 tasks, and these are some of the tasks that we've done. So just for example, Drip, this is, you set up the different platforms that you have. So for example, this is Drip. This is our autoresponder series. And then this little icon is our texting series, texting tool. So for example, a lot of you have received a text reminder for the Learning Tube. We have that set up. You entered in your information into a form online. So when you enter in that information on the form, it goes into Drip, which is our autoresponder series. Now we set up a Zap saying if it goes into Drip and it has the Learning Tube as a tag on it, send it over to Simple Texting so they get added to the Simple Texting list. So this is something that it's a process that it automated a workflow that we don't have to manually add people into the system. It's all happening in the background. Here's another example, learning to go to webinar to drip. So once you join the learning to go to webinar, it automatically adds you to our autoresponder in drip. So that's another example. Here, Finish Strong. This is a program that we recently did. So this was Finish Strong signups to simple texting. So once somebody signs up for Finish Strong, it filters them based on a tag and it goes over to the texting platform. So you can see how you can automate different things. Here was Click Designs Encore we did. So once they signed up for Click Designs inside of GoToWebinar, it automatically added them into our drip autoresponder. So here's a neat one right here. This is, we are mailing out workbooks to the people that join the Finish Strong. So it's this right here is Thrive Cart. This is where we process our orders. So it says if an order comes into Thrive Cart and it has the tag Finish Strong, then send them to Click to Mail. And Click to Mail, it triggers it to order the workbook that we have updated. So all of that is automated. So as soon as they order, it goes through this process and it gets their book ready and ships out their book. And all of that is automated through the setting up these zaps. So you can create all different ones. And let me just show you real quick. So you can go here and you can trigger things. So these are the different things that you can trigger. So you can say simple things like, let's say you have Twitter. Okay, let's see what you can Twitter with. You can trigger with Twitter. So Twitter, choose an event. Like if somebody liked my tweet, then maybe I can, let's see, I don't think I have Twitter attached. Oh, I do. Okay. So if somebody likes my tweet, oh, I have to set up my username and stuff. But for example, if somebody liked my tweet, I could then have an action happen. I don't know what the action would be. That if they like my tweet, I do something, right? But that's how you can build things. So you can go in here and you can search all these different apps. You can do all these filters. You can even hire people on Fiverr to do all this stuff for you. Like you can hire somebody in Fiverr to create a Zap for you. You can say, I need a Zap that will do this, 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 and somebody could set that up for you. So anyway, I just wanted to show what Zapier was and how you can use it in your business. There's a lot of different apps that it connects to. So if you're ever thinking of how to automate something, then you can go here and you can search for the app and see how you can do it. They do have some like done for you ones as well. So here's one, for example, share your Instagram post for your Facebook page. You click on try it, and then all you have to do is fill in your information. So here's like save a new Gmail attachments to Google Drive. So they have some recommended ones in here as well, but it really helps you cut down on time, cut down on errors. It's a great tool. And if you need to automate some things in your business, think about coming here and checking things out. If you need help with setting them up, you can always hire somebody on Fiverr to set it up as well. All right. Let's see. Do you want to do Stella's, Ava? The search tags in Fiverr?
All right, so I'll just take back the presenter controls. Okay, so Stella's question is, what is a search tag in Fiverr? I have used different keywords, but it's not allowing me to move forward to the next page. So Stella, I hope you're seeing my screen. So this is my video editing gig. So on this particular gig in the search tags area, these are the tags that I have. Now, when you type in a tag, you have to actually press the enter button or the tab button for the tag to register, as in let Fiverr know that you're finished with your first tag. So let me just close this. So when I type here, edit course videos, can't just put a space and then move on and type another tag like video editing. Can't do that. What I have to do is that once I'm finished entering the tag I want these 3 words to be one tag. I have to press the enter button for it to register and let Fiverr know that I have completed my tag. It won't allow you to move on because you haven't finished the necessary action. So you won't have a continue or save and continue button until you have let Fiverr know you have completed entering your tag. So when you type in each tag, when you're finished with it, press the enter button or press the tab button on your keyboard to move on to type in the next tag. And you should have a maximum of 5 tags on Fiverr. So Stella, let me know if that helps. All right, so in the meantime, Lorette, can you get the other question?
I sure can. All right. Sharice is asking about freelance flipping. Yes, Sharice, this is what I do. So basically what freelance flipping is that if you get an order that comes in, for example, we'll get somebody that will come to us and say, I need a website. And I personally, I used to build websites, but I have zero interest in building websites for people anymore. But so somebody comes to me and says, I would like a website built. I will say, sure, I can do a website for you, even though I have no intention of doing it. So I accept building this website for this client. They pay me for this website. I usually take a 50% deposit, and then I go hire somebody on Fiverr to get this website done for me. So I pay the person on Fiverr maybe $100 or something, and the person on Fiverr gets the website complete. Now I work directly with the client on making sure that they have everything that they need, this Fiverr person. So they never talk to each other. I make sure that the website is done, and then I deliver it to the client. The client pays me, and then now I pocket the profits. So that is what freelance flipping is. It's basically doing jobs or doing tasks that you're not fulfilling, but you're hiring other people to do it. For example, I have a gig on Fiverr that's for social media images. I don't do any of the images. I have a full-time graphic designer that we use, and she does all of the images, and then I just deliver it over to the clients. Okay, that's freelance flipping. All right. All right, what other questions do you guys have? Any questions that have come up for you lately, Ava? Or any, I know you've been doing some gig reviews lately. Have you seen anything common that maybe you want to highlight that people need to work on?
Well, usually people's problems are like, what service do you offer if you're doing your online business? What services to offer? That's the key thing that people always are not sure of. Sometimes they have too many things to choose from, but it's always good to look at what you already know. What are your current skills? We all have skills that persons may benefit from. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a skill that you're learning something new. Always analyze your current skills, what you already know in your regular life, what you're actually doing in maybe helping someone with. That's a skill in itself. So don't overthink it when you're thinking about what skill to offer. You already come to the table with so many different skills. Which ones can you offer from that? And persons always are asking, what's the most popular thing you can offer online? I wouldn't say necessarily go for what's popular, but go for what you are willing to do. You want to be doing something that doesn't seem like work. You know, you don't want to be doing something that you dread doing. You never want to be tackling a task where it's like, oh my God, do I have to do this again? You know, remember, you're setting up your online business in a way that it's something that you are happy to do. So always think about something that you are okay with doing. Don't just necessarily go for the popular things or popular services. We know writing is always popular. Transcription is never going anywhere because people always want to read what they're hearing and watching. Those are always popular. And design, but it may not be something that you necessarily want to do, and you can find your own niche and your own crowd of people who are interested in that particular service. So Sharice, as you see, Lorette is asking, do you use Fiverr to get clients for freelance flipping? Of course, you can get them on Fiverr as well. you can. People are asking, why would someone on Fiverr pay me maybe $100 to do something where they could hire someone else to do that for a lower dollar amount? One, you were the person they found, and people may like what they see from you. So even though there are many other sellers on the platform offering services in varied prices, you are the one they want to work with. So never worry that because on the same platform you have so many varying prices for the different service areas, you can get that job and flip it and hire that other person who is charging a lower dollar amount and get a higher dollar amount from your buyer that found you. So yes, you can do the freelancing flipping on Fiverr itself.
And then you can also do part of your job on flipping. So for example, we have one student who does websites, but he does not do like logos. But he was getting a lot of people asking him to do the website and then asking if they could do a logo as well. And he said, of course I can do a logo. And then he would just hire a Fiverr person and get that logo done. And then he would deliver the website with the logo. So yes, you can. All right, Beth, I don't really know the answer to that question. Do you happen? So the question is, how do I get listed and accepted into LinkedIn's preferred providers? Do you know anything about that,
I
Ava?
do not know. I do not know the answer to this question. But guess what? Alicia always says Google is our friend. So let's check and see. Let's ask Google that answer. Google, how do you get listed? What's that? And accepted. I'm typing in the same thing because you can never know what keywords.
Right.
Into LinkedIn preferred provider. Let's see what Google is telling us. All right. So
Are you showing a screen, Ava?
oh, Lorette, I'm keep on pausing my screen. I'm sorry about that. So I just typed in the same question here in Google. And first of all, maybe it's too specific. So I would just type in LinkedIn preferred provider and see what that is, if that's the technical term for it. When you're searching as well, you can put quotation marks around the keywords that you're searching for so that Google returns that phrase, that exact phrase, not just each word. Without the quotation marks, it will return each word. So notice right now that anywhere without the quotes, anywhere it finds the word LinkedIn, preferred, provider, look at the bold areas, these bold words. Anywhere it finds that word, it is giving you a result. So notice I have 53,500,000 results. So if you want to ever narrow your search, put quotation marks around specifically what you're interested in as a phrase. So it's not looking for each word. Let's see if that narrows it down quite a bit. That got me right down to 3 results, So that could be a way that you can narrow your search. But not sure if it's searching or showing what we want because I'm not really knowledgeable about that topic. But Beth, you can do different varied versions of what you're interested in, use a quotation around parts that you're interested in finding, and see if you can find some more information about that. All right. So let's see. If I intend to do all of 1 gig by flipping, how do you get examples to post in your gig? So
Yes.
well, since you're the flipping expert, Lorette, what do you suggest?
Well, with that, like what I do, so for example, I have a graphic designer on staff that does all my images, and the images that she does, that's what I put as my portfolio. So we have websites. So the guy that does the websites for us, we use his images as our examples because they're the one that's going to be, it's their talents that we are delivering. So
Yes. So you could look at the samples that any seller that you're interested in, like you've done your research and you've identified a seller that you are okay with working on images for you or whatever the task may be. You could even give them a test job for yourself just to see what their work looks like if you're okay with that, and then share that as your portfolio for stuff that you're able to do, because as I said, that's what they are the ones doing the work and they're the ones who have showcased their skills, so you'll be showing their information.
And you can just do like I had when I first started with the graphic designer, I would just made up fake companies, fake stuff so that she could do some designs and I could use it as a portfolio. Yeah. All right. Let's see, what other questions do we have? For those of you that joined us late, this is just an open Q&A session. This is Lorette and Ava is on the line as well. So let us know what questions you have and we would love to get them answered for you. Let's see. Okay, well, people are still typing things in, but while we have you here, what would you like to see more of? Is there anything that you would like more training on? Like, I want to learn how to do what? So let us know if there's something specific that you'd like to learn more about, so we can definitely bring that to you on the Learning Tube. I know in one of the upcoming sessions, we're going to be teaching about how to do some video creation with this new video tool. In one of the sessions, 2 or 3 sessions ago, we did clip designs, and it's a great graphic tool to do graphics. And now we're going to be teaching you, I think in next week maybe, on video, on teaching you how to make amazing videos. All right, so Pamela had the question about Zapier. Is this a program we have access to, or would it be purchased? So this is something completely separate from us. You would just go to the website and set up your Zaps as you want. And then the question between Zapier and if this then that, IFTTT. So they are pretty much the same. Zapier is just more, I would guess, more well known, but it's the same functionality. So if you use that one, then keep using it, but it is, the same functionality. Zapier, I think, is just more well-known, more mainstream, may have more, availability and connections in it, but it's the same thing. Okay. All right, Lynette says, I'd like to learn more about reaching potential clients. That's a great one, Lynette. Everybody always wants to know that, how to get more clients. Now, Lynette, out of curiosity, what kind of services or products, or what are you offering? Are you a freelancer? Do you have your own agency? Because like Ava was saying, we have a bunch of different people on these Learning Tube sessions. So what kind of clients are you looking for? And that will help as well. How to find how to word your gigs, Paul? So you're asking basically how to write the description of your gigs. Ava, do you want to talk about that one?
All right, sure. So we don't, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Is that how it goes, all right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what we do suggest, and the best way, is actually looking and seeing what other sellers have set up for their gigs. I'm going to go to an incognito window. So what happens is that you can actually search and see what other sellers are doing on the platform itself. Let me actually just move over to another area so I can show you this. Now mine is going to look a little bit different from what you may see if you have a Fiverr account, but the principles are the same. All right, so let me just go over here and show you what I am referring to. All right, so here I am in the buying area of Fiverr. Mine looks a little bit different, but you will see it say find services. Now, if you're interested in transcription, phone calls, logo design, website design, any kind of service, think about the words that are associated with that service, the keywords. So you would be searching for keywords that you think buyers would be looking for if they're trying to find that particular service. So let's say you're interested in doing logo designs. You just type in logo designs. It's going to show you other persons on the platform that offer that service. So what will happen is that you can look on the setup for that particular person. You can see how their gig is set up, how they've set up their description, their everything you can look on. Now you usually have to choose who you want to click on. For instance, you want to look at someone who has a lot of reviews and has a rating the lowest 4.9. So let's say I want to click on this particular person right here. Let's look and see what this person is doing. Let's say I click on him. So I would look through his gig, see the different things that he's doing. Let me actually show you what it looks like in the other area, because it more looks like what you would be seeing if you were looking on it. So let me just go on this one and show you in a better way. Let me just go on search for my profile. All right, so I'm just going here so I can find better. Okay, so here I can look at the services here. So I can type in logo design. It will show me all the sellers that are offering logo design with that particular keyword. You know, we want to see that particular keyword. So you look through and you see in brackets the person's reviews. That doesn't mean the number of sales, it means how many reviews they have. And you want to look at someone who has a lot of reviews and a lot of positive reviews. You don't want to look on someone who is below 4.9. This is the rating that a buyer has given the seller, the overall rating. So you want to make sure that you're looking on someone that has a good rating, 4.9 the minimum. So all right, so I am looking on further of your question. You said that you want to, where did that go, Lorette? It disappeared.
He wants to take someone's pet photo and make it look like a painting. I've seen those on there. That's fun.
All right, so let's type in pet portraits. Let's see if persons have pet portraits. So portrait seems to be more the keyword that you would be focusing on. So portrait. And see, I draw your dogs or any pets into cartoon portrait. So that's a niche. They're doing illustration. Are you actually illustrating it? Are you drawing, or are you just putting it into a program that will just make it look like a painting? What are you doing? So you can just type in these different keywords and see what they have to say. So this person who is actually drawing you into a cartoon, you can just look and see, is there any terminology here that suits what you are doing? And you just take bits and pieces of what someone else is doing and make it your own. All right, so it's a program a number of them. All right, so based on what you see other persons are writing, put together and see, based on your program, how can you let them understand what's going to be happening with their picture? So you would let them know what you need from them. So you would need a picture of the pet, and then you can let them know, I will transform your pet into a painting, and let them know the process in case they're interested in that. Sometimes buyers are interested in the whole process and what it's all about. But what we do suggest is type in different keywords and then look at several gigs and see how does their wording suit what you are interested in doing, and then you make it more unique to the service that you're offering. All the elements of your gig you can see on someone else's gig. So the category and the subcategory you can see. You're able to see the gig title. You're able to see how they have set up their gig description. You're able to see their pricing. Now, if you're just starting out, you don't want to just out the back come out with like a ginormous price, but price according based on the persons that you are competing with. So not all services are $5 services. I always tell persons that even though we say start low, it doesn't mean start at $5. Not all services are $5 services, because I saw somebody, Lorette, you're a website person. I saw somebody offering a 10-page website for $5. I would run because I'm saying, what am I getting?
Yeah.
That's not a $5 service, even though you're starting lower. Start lower for that service type. So not all services are $5 services. Always remember that. So Paul, I would suggest trying different keywords. You notice I said pet portraits before. I could say pet paintings. Who knows if you have pet paintings here. Here they said they do watercolor painting of your pet, oil painting of your pet. So if your program is able to do these types of painting, look and see what other persons have written, and then you can formulate and put together yours. But always let them know what they're getting, what you need from them, and then let them know, go ahead and order, or they can send you a message to find out more information. So that's what we suggest. Look at other sellers, see what they're doing. Yes, Lorette.
And Ava, look at that one on the right for 699 reviews. You got a good one there, Paul. Look at it. Those are pretty popular.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. That's it. That's it. Let me share this link with you, Paul, so that you can check it out some more. So oh my gosh, it's a huge link that Let me take I think this is the part I need right here. Like that was like hella long, Lorette. That was like a million characters.
But
Well, she
that's a good
definitely a good
category to be in, Paul. When you do have that link up, let me know, and we will definitely do that. Now, Ava has 5 dogs, so you could do something for her, so she could be one of your in your portfolio if you want
right.
to
A
turn
lot.
her dogs into a painting. Right, Ava?
Yes, 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 sure. And they're very photogenic. I mean,
I have guinea pigs if you want to do,
no
turn the guinea pigs.
guinea pigs, Lorette.
The
No,
kids wanted
they
dogs. I
are
was like, no dog.
basically no, I'm not gonna do your guinea pigs like that. But when I think of them, I think of another kind of animal.
But they're so easy to take care of. I can't manage dogs.
Oh my gosh. I guess you just give them a little food stuff and they're okay.
Yeah. All right. So Denise says, Paul, we have several dogs. It would make a great gift. Yeah.
Yes.
So get that up there, Paul. You've got some
Yeah,
clients.
exactly. And people, I mean, I'm a dog lover, so people, you have a lot of dog animal lovers out there that want to, what's it, memorialize their pets. So that's a great service to offer.
Yes. So Paul, question again, for your personal Fiverr account, and do you set up another one for business? You just have one account and you would use the one account to do both.
Yep.
Let's see.
I did see something asked by, I can never pronounce the name, about a story of a nightmare client. Lil, a nightmare client. Laura, do you have any stories about a nightmare client? I think I've been very fortunate not to really encounter anybody that I could really say, oh my gosh, this person drove me up the wall and gave me everything that I didn't want to experience. Do you remember any night like that?
I very rare, but I have. I mean, with my graphic designs, because sometimes designs are right, what's the right, subjective, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I may think it's beautiful and they don't think it's beautiful. And it's very rare, but I remember I did have one client that just did not like the designs and I could not make her happy. We did so many rounds and rounds and rounds. And I just said, you know what? I think we should just cancel this. I definitely lost money on it because we spent so much time and it was like a $10 order or something easy. And I just was like, sorry, I can't make you happy. Here's your money back, and moved on because it was crazy spending so much time on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did have a website once that we had, and it dragged on forever. Like we always put a deadline, like we need to finish it by June 30th. But it just kept going on and on. She wanted to change this, she wanted to change that, and she did change all these changes. And I finally said that that's it. We're not making any changes today. Friday is the last day for changes. And if you have any other changes, I'm charging you for, ongoing maintenance work because she was just going on forever. And she got her stuff together and gave me everything by Friday, like I scared her. And then we finally closed off the project. But those are my two. So, a graphics person, we
Me
kind
too.
of, yeah, there's no more. But those are ones that I remember in the
I'm
freelancing.
trying to think that I'm saying, have I not had any difficult clients? The only thing I do remember is that I do have some, I wouldn't even call them clients. They're just some buyers that, you may turn them down and they keep on messaging you and say, okay, is that they want you to do the job. And I'm saying there are other people on the platform. You can
Leave
ask
me
them.
alone.
And I want to tell that one, he checked every month, like, are you available now? I said, no, nothing has changed. Same things apply. And then he came back again. And you know what, Lawrence? I said, okay. Because you know what he did? He came back. Don't know if it's true. He said, I've had such a hard time over the last couple of months. I lost my mom and I lost my dad. And I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm saying, how do I say, but I still can't work for you. How do I say that? So I said, you know what? I think that he's trying to trap me with, that. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm not a terrible person. I said, okay, let me know about so and so. And I did that job for him and he said he would come back with more and he didn't. And he left me a good review. Don't think I did a bad job. He gave me a 5-star review and a tip, but he never came back. So I said, at least, I gave him that service, you know, for the passing of his parents,
Right.
and my conscience is clear.
And you know, a takeaway, you know, here Mary is saying she had a client that she fired because he was too difficult. He stalked me online, had to block him from several sites, he even called my home, and my
Oh,
husband was gonna pull him through the phone. But you know, that's a great takeaway. If you have a client that you just can't deal with, fire them like Mary did, like that graphics person. I gave him his money back. I'm like, I can't deal with you. You know, it's okay to fire people. It's okay to just give them a refund. You take some, you know, you win some, you lose some. You're going to win a lot more than you lose. So it works out.
okay.
um,
And let me answer Paul. This is a common question persons ask about the name of your Fiverr business. Paul, it's not serious. People
yeah.
don't even know what your name is. In fact, they know you as Paul. Tell them I'm Paul. They're not looking on your username. Trust me. Unless it is something that is so X-rated and terrible and awful, and maybe it might catch their eye. I don't know. Look on this, Paul, if you can see my screen. Look how small this guy's name is. You know what I'm saying? They're not seeing. They're not seeing your
Like
username.
his that you're showing there makes no sense. I don't even know what that
I
is.
don't even know
Is,
what that
was,
is,
and a
but
bunch of numbers. Doesn't matter.
so Paul was saying that he doesn't think his username matches what he's doing. He's a trivia guy.
Yeah.
Well, you're the trivia guy that they get paintings from of their pets.
Right.
You know, it's
Doesn't
not that
matter.
serious. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. What matters is what you're capable of doing, and you would show them your samples and all of those stuff. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Cherie says, from what your experience, what is the quickest thing I can flip to make money? Personally, I think graphics are really easy because everybody wants graphics. So like logos or social media images, and there's so many talented graphic designers out there. So especially, you know, one thing that we do is that we post on social media. So one thing that you could do, you could post on your social media profile and say, hey, you know, is anybody's looking for any logos? If you're starting a new business, let me know. I can help you with your logo, something like that. And people will write you back saying, yeah, I need a logo. So then there you go. You just got a client that wants a logo. You go to Fiverr, you hire a logo person, and then you deliver it to this person that reached out to you on social media. So that's definitely something you can do. I used to get, so WhatsApp, somebody contacted me. They were like somebody in a WhatsApp group that I was in. Somebody asked, like, can you make, does anybody here, can you make a flyer? And I'm like, yeah, I can. So I did a flyer real quick and she paid me, and she was on one of my WhatsApp groups. But anyway, you can find people to do stuff, and I think graphics is a quick and easy thing that you can do.
Definitely. To answer Teresa's question about, you know, being overwhelmed, should you use one or more platform as a beginner? I would really suggest to start off with one, not
Yeah.
to complicate the issue. You know, start off with one, see how that one goes, work on understanding that one, because remember, every platform has their own rules and regulations that you want to master to make sure you're not breaking their rules, and just see how that particular platform works. I'm not saying you're putting all your eggs in one basket, but you're starting off with one, learning that one, and see how that one goes. And then, I mean, the other one isn't going anywhere, or the other ones aren't going anywhere. You can check those out later.
And Teresa, I would recommend that the one that you choose, really stick with it. Really, you know, get it going and running and making some money. And a lot of times people quit too early. You know, they'll start something and then they'll move on to the next thing. So whichever platform that you choose, stick with it, hang in there, master it, and then go ahead and move on to another one. Okay. Jacqueline is looking for how to get some fast cash while developing my business. Well, Jacqueline, you can, you know, do like the example that I just said for some logos. You can do that. You know, Alicia likes to talk. Where do you live, Jacqueline? You're in the US, I believe. Yes. One thing that Alicia always talks about is Facebook Marketplace. So you can go to the Learning Tube and you will see a replay of Facebook Marketplace. Yep, you're in California. And she talks about how, you know, you can use Facebook Marketplace to quickly sell things and get some fast cash. I know a lot of people that are doing that right now. I did it, and I sold a refrigerator on for $550 2 weeks ago on Marketplace, and it sold so fast. But anyway, look on the Learning Tube and you'll see one on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anyone want a racing kayak? I'm sure. Do you have one to sell, Jacqueline? Go ahead and put that up there, especially now that it's summertime. People are probably looking for things like that. So put that up there for sure.
In California, for sure.
Yeah, put it up, put it up. And you know, it doesn't, I mean, it's all it's really costing you is time. So put it up and see what happens.
Take some good pics.
Yeah. I need sales for my book. Are any ideas? What kind of book is it, Corrine? Do you have it? Where are you selling it right now? Is it on Amazon? Where's your book and what's it about? It's on Amazon. Okay. And have you posted this in your social media for your friends and family to see your book? A marriage workbook. Oh, yes, Corrine. I know who you are. Yes, the marriage workbook. So definitely, you know, put that on your social media. And I would also become friends. You know, another thing that you can do is there's lots of groups out there for marriage and different things like that. So become friends, join those different Facebook groups that are focused on marriage and relationships, and befriend the admin of the group and see how the admin of the group can post and promote your book. Okay. So, all right. So that is one thing, Corrine. So definitely find influencers in your niche that you can use them to help promote your book. So this admin, let's say you join a marriage tips Facebook group, for example. You talk to the admin, you let her know about your book, you give her a free copy of it, and you let her know she can sign up as an Amazon affiliate, and if she'd be willing to endorse and promote your book within her Facebook group. Okay. Beth is writing a divorce book with checklists and guides. That's much needed. That's interesting. Corrine is doing marriage. Beth is doing divorce. How to survive a divorce without going crazy. Good, good, Beth, good. Let's see. Cherise, so as far as getting feedback on the gigs, you know, if you're in one of our groups, you'll see inside it, are you in our Freelancing Genius program? Because if you are, we do offer critiques on your gigs. So if you're in that group, you will see a link in there and you submit it and it actually goes to Ava, and Ava will critique and give you feedback. Oh, okay, so you're not part of it. So when you do have your gig up, Cherise, just join, in the Learning Tube, I guess you can post something in there to just ask for assistance. So when you're ready, let us know, post it in the Learning Tube, and we will check it out. All right. All right, anybody else have any other questions? No? All right, anything else to add, Ava?
No, just thanking everyone for the questions that they asked, and you know, the ones that didn't ask, no, you can ask at another time. It's always good to get questions answered live, to have a discussion back and forth, than just, you know, keeping it to yourself. You know, you have persons here who are doing things that you want to do or are interested in doing, so it's always good to take advantage of Lorette and Alicia when they're on live, and me too if I have any information that can help you as well. So thank you so much for participating in the session.
All right, everybody. We will talk to you next week and have a great week. We'll chat with you in the Facebook group as well. So talk to you later. All right. Oh, Paul, are you in one of our groups, Paul? Let me know which group are you in one of our programs so we can help you with that. Okay, everybody, take care, and we will chat with you later. You are in Freelancing Genius. So you should see Paul inside of when you received your welcome email, as well as inside of the membership portal, you should see a link to set up your call. Okay, so it would be in your email or inside of the membership portal. You will see a link. All right. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.